Alright, hello everyone. Just finished my meeting, finished for the day, so we can finally get into the very exciting unboxing that is just sitting in front of us. Hello Dantham, hello PAD. Ellie's desperate for attention, so people that are new to the stream, Ellie's my dog. Actually, it's my girlfriend's dog. I just participate by riling her up. Hello Califax, Hype Train! How cool is that? Yeah, I am also hyped for this, so get excited. Let's switch over to the one that everyone wants to see, the image that everyone wants to see. Look at all my toys. Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I'm going to peel the shrink wrap off and I'll just sort of talk about my situation with Kingdom Death. So yeah, I fell in love with this game a number of years ago. I wasn't an original Kickstarter backer, so judge me if you wish, but I played a copy with someone who was an original Kickstarter backer, which is what got me into it. So great experience playing the game for the first time, fully paper version of the game, and we played through the whole campaign. We did manage to get through to the Gold Smoke Night in that playthrough, and it was a great experience. One of the best board game experiences I've had, that first playthrough with my mate Sheldon, who messaged me that day randomly, "Hey Sammy," and so basically about halfway through that campaign, I went and found myself a copy of the game, and the rest is history, basically. Since then, I've pretty much bought everything that has game content, and everything that has cool models as well. People that are regular followers of my channel would know that I probably paint more than anything, or certainly that was how my channel started. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. So since then, I think I've recorded something like 7 or 8 playthroughs in its entirety on YouTube. Califax has criticised me and lambasted me on many occasions for not following the rules, but that's okay. So one of my idiosyncrasies, I guess you could say, is that I try to play by the rules. I don't actively go out there and break the rules, but at the same time, board gaming, particularly solo gaming, it's supposed to be fun. Like, otherwise, why are you doing it? Why are you subjecting yourself to something that you're not enjoying? So I don't spend a lot of time worrying about those mistakes. As I said, I try to play it by the rules, but sometimes I get it wrong. And fortunately, Califax has very kindly jumped onto my recent Squire campaign and supported people that are watching that want to play by the rules, and hopefully will do the same. He absolutely lambasted me on the Discord, so Califax did. Anyway, I think the first interaction he ever had with me was he turned on one of my playthroughs, literally when I just got the Gambler's Chest and no one else was playing it, and I had put 4 bloody cloths in the one grid, and I had not twigged that you couldn't do that at that time. I realised that you can't do it now, but I was just excited about all the new stuff. So, but anyway, I digress. So the reason for my little story is it's been an amazing experience, and I think that this game would be my #1 game and would be something that I wish more people could experience in the way that I have. I love all of it. I love the modelling side of it. I love the lore and the way the game plays and the settlement and everything. So yeah, So I was very fortunate to be one of the first people to receive the Remastered Wave 1. I have everything here in front of me, which is exciting. I think I didn't get the Wanderers though. Sorry, not Wanderers, the Messengers. Ellie, you're not supposed to play with my thong, mate. What are you doing? Okay, so what are the rules of this unboxing? Well, here are the rules of this unboxing. I'm not going to show everything. I'm not going to show everything, not even a little bit. I'm going to show a few snippets. But, and this is the first time I opened the Red Witches box. Amazing. And I opened Goth Amy. Because, and this is the most important thing I want to say today, the joy that comes from Kingdom Death, so much of it, for me, and I assume for most people, comes from the discovery of all the stuff that can happen. I try very hard to, when I play this with other people, and I have now played 3 or 4 campaigns with other people, I've introduced them to the game, just let them make all decisions that they want, including people that make the wrong decisions, like choosing not survival of the fittest. Yes, so you can only play blind once. So the things that I don't look at, generally on an unboxing, is any knowledges or secret fighting arts that are leveled up versions of things. So, oh, is that a strain milestone? Oh, okay. So we've got a fighting art. We'll just have a look at this very quickly. So this is I've picked randomly the Death Drifter, Hyperlight Death Drifter. Yes, PAD. After performing dash, roll 1d10. You may need to perform another dash. On a 10 plus, you may perform this dash without spending survival. How cool is that? So they've got all, these little things, whatever they're called, for the drifters, the wanderers, which is great. I opened up Goth Amy and had a look at her. Where's my booklet? So we'll just open this up and see what lantern year this little Death Drifter guy comes in. This is exciting. All right, we have Death Drifter the Wanderer. So this is a crossover from a game or something, isn't it? There was once a drifter who was cursed by the stars. Undeterred, he pulled himself back from non-existence through sheer force of will. Lantern year 6 for this guy. Cool. Oof. Cool artwork. All right, so we're not going to look at that. We don't want to spoil that. We will look at the very first... Oh, man, I'm just going to open up the front page and yeah, that'll be it. So this is Chain Dash the Knowledge, which will be quite similar to Chain Dash the fighting art, one would assume. It's nice that they've included fighting arts for people that want to use Wanderers in non-Ark Survivor campaigns, which is something that I noticed on Goth as well. That's a living glossary load. That came out with the chick with the crossbow. So that's cool. I won't... Oh, a Dash Eternal. A Death Drifter performs Dash 8 times in a round. That's a cool strain milestone. That is awesome. I'm going for that one very, very soon. That's great. Okay, and looks like there is 5 knowledges in there. So, cool. Death Drifter. And please ignore this unstoppable piece right there. Death Drifter Cloak. What do we got there? After you roll 1d10 as part of a Death Drifter knowledge, you may change the result to a Lantern 10. Huh. As part of a Death Drifter knowledge or fighting art. Okay. Not super abusable. So my plan for painting the models, very excited, is Wanderers, Pariah, and Red Witches will be... Look at this artwork. So I remember people saying, "Oh, philosophies," when they were advertised, why they cost $45 or whatever it was. This is why. Look at it. It's sick. People are complaining about the price. All right, we're not looking at anything in this much. There's a stone face with a beard on it. That's great. Some colourful stone faces and some sort of tree thing. Great. Yes. Frog kick. Okay, we'll look at the first page of Gatherism. Life blooms in the harshest corners of the darkness. Pale shoots and lurid blossoms persevere. They inspire Ark survivors to focus on the plants that inhabit their world. So we have some giant stone face and bloody beard plant. When bloody beard plant is added to your campaign, it replaces all giant stone faces. Cool. Oh, that's a cool change. I haven't seen this before. Permanent attribute modifications. Attribute gains losses denoted with a staircase are permanent. Very cool. Take root. I suppose the point to investigate. You must do so. While you are on or adjacent to terrain during the showdown, you cannot spend survival. That is a punishing thing. What are those things called? The bad ones? Not tenant knowledge, the bad thing. Neurosis, thank you. Alright, I don't want to look at these. They look like they are out of order. Gatherism, you adopt Gatherism. What is the level 1 core knowledge? Was it invasive? Great. So that's the only one we're looking at, and we're only looking at level 1. During showdown setup, if the terrain deployment section instructs you to set up any random terrain cards, replace one of them with a Gatherism terrain of your choice. Cool. Alright, so this definitely encourages us to play with stuff. Dissecting Celerate. The monster has a persistent injury. Wow, this is just going to absolutely rail the antelope. Illuminated bow. Okay, I don't want to look at that too much. So, special hunt event. Oh, I'm not looking at it. Some strange resources. Oh my god. That is unbelievable. Perfect bone fruit virid. What does virid mean? Perishable. This cannot be added to the settlement storage. At the end of the settlement phase, archive this. Num 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 num. So we will look at some. This one can't be added to the terrain deck. This one mush lithops plant. Delightful. Okay, so these gain attribute bonuses. Bloody beard plant. It's tall grass plus a stone face. That's awesome. It's tall grass and a stone face. Delightful. Can have two of them. Oh, patterns. Yeah, Distillery Celery. Okay, great. That is going to be wonderful. I am very excited about Gatherism. I will be playing with Gatherism in my first playthrough, as I'm sure many of us will. I don't have to justify that. Bra thinks that it's cheating. Stuff you, Bra. I'm allowed to do whatever I want with my toys. No, actually, Bra's got a great approach to this game in general, which is that he thinks more people should play however they want because you pay a lot of money for your toys, so just play with them. Doesn't really matter. Just play. And I think that's a great philosophy to have. Candy and Cola. That's going to be a cool model. Candy emerges from the darkness, haunted by a past and longing to reshape the world with her cheer. And what game is this one from? What's this from? Is this another game? Candy Pop. Effervescence. Tenet reframe. Compound. Ooh, permanent systemic pressure and suffers -1. There is a variant that allows you to pick philosophies. I like it a lot. Okay, cool. So again, we'll just try and eyeball some of these without looking at them. Amethyst Splash, a trinket. You may consume to remove and erase all permanent injuries. Oh my goodness. That is a powerful card. Sapphire Syrup. Is Cola this little guy, or is that... Cool. Consumable, fragile, soluble soda. What does the word trinket mean, I wonder? What does trinket mean? Maybe there will be a living glossary. Trinket. Outside of their gear grid. Yes! Trinkets! Get in! Alright, I'm not looking at that. We've got 2 fighting arts. We can have a look at those. Phantom Friend. Trinkets, my new favourite thing. Get around them. Reframe. When you gain a disorder. Cool. Trinket outside gear grid is the thing. You're only allowed 1 though. Alright, let's look at Aeneas. It's a shame, I can't really show off the models because they're just on sprues, so, but in the next couple of days they'll all be assembled so we can have a look at them then. I don't think it is. I don't think it is pronounced that actually. Oh yeah, so this is you can feed this chick. Hungry, content. Cool. I'm sure, yes. Alright, we're not looking too deep on this one. This model, if that's what it looks like, this is my favourite Wanderer model. Glorious. Lantern Glaive. Very nice. What does that say? Something about Indomitable. Oh, cool. Indomitable universal trait. Change is a hunger, and Aeneas is a bottomless pit. She is an Ark survivor. Whoa, introduction, look at her. Great. Aeneas is, I think it's actually Greek, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Dubious Fare. You may consume a monster resource from a Node 1 quarry monster and roll 1d10. Whoa, gain this monster's secret fighting art. Sick. So if you gain it and you are an Ark survivor, I wonder if that bypasses Vaultless. Interesting question. A Moonwolf charm. Cool. Dubious Fare. Oh, you just gain +1 luck. Secret fighting arts we won't look at. A white lion indomitable resource, a screaming antelope indomitable resource, and a phoenix. How cool is that? Doesn't gain patterns. Interesting. I like that. Yes, I'm sure that's a secret fighting art for the antelope, and that's something else. Cool. She's going to be very fun. Yeah, Vaultless, for secret fighting arts, you just gain them, don't you? You just have to take the systemic pressure. Yeah, that's right. And this one is, who's this? Oh yeah, this is Goth. I already looked at this. That's great. Cool model. And what's her little story? Yeah. Alright, so I did look at this one. Adrenaline. You gain one move that must be used to move. So we can't use frog kick with this. Adrenaline. Limit once per showdown. Wounding the monster seems nice. 4 things. Adrenaline is the secret fighting art. Cool. And a couple of innovations, as well as a katana and a rapture bracelet. I'm really excited to try out Wanderers in a little bit more detail with them coming in a bit earlier. I've played a few campaigns now with Luck. He did not prove super useful because he came in at a point when all of my survivors were a lot better than him already. So, sucks to be Luck. Alright, cool toys. That is a cool face bit. And other stuff. Pariah! Pariah! Alright, so once again, it's not about reading all the rules. We're just excited to have some toys. He's upside down and we're hanging from the roof. Yes! Fight him. Fight him on the inverted mountain. Tastemaker, the legend, the myth, the legend. Add pariah to the campaign. How do we... What lantern year does he arrive? Oh, add the following on the lantern year, the Fiend. He's lantern year 3. Remove all butchers and add the Fiend. We do not recommend the pariah for God King campaigns. Pariah replaces butcher. This is useful. This is good. I'm not going to read these, but here is a showdown picture for the inverted nemesis showdown. So that is level 3. And this is the showdown artwork for the showdown pariah level 1 and 2. He does have random terrain cards, so he will work well with Gatherism. That's a cool thing. That is also a cool thing. Ooh! Very good. And I don't know what those faces are. Oh, why have we got another survivor thing? What is that for? I don't know. Oh, look, I love new settlement events. How many we got? 2, and both of them don't get used straight away. It's a Gloomhaven thing, by the way. The monster wails and thrashes with impotent rage. So I don't like looking at cards. I don't like looking at cards, AI or hit location, because I don't want to spoil that experience for myself. As I said, the best part about Kingdom Death is that wonderful first time when you figure out all of these great things and then you die. We have 4 pariah cuisine at collective cognition 9. I'm not super blind. Like his AI cards have a thing called somatic empathy on them. So when you do a wound to an AI card, you flip it and you take the punishment that's on the card. So I think that's pretty much the extent of it. Cool artwork again. Let's have a look at the artwork on the level 3. Yeah, reading the bottom. Yeah. Sick. I think that's it, isn't it? And why do we have soluble weapons? Bow scab, halberd scab, knife scab. That looks like the cult speaker knife. That looks like the lantern glaive. Maul scab, that's the thunder maul. Sword scab, don't know what that is. When you wound with this, the force of the blow shatters the blade. Gain 3 bleeding tokens and archive it. Wow. Delightful! So, I will be very, very enthusiastic about playing this. I'm still perplexed why I've got another survivor card in here. Why do we have this? This confuses me. If there's a reason for this, I will be very interested. Oh, of course, Twilight Sword. Derp. Alright. A lot of new models for me to assemble. Can't wait. The last box that we will be opening is the one that I opened before but didn't look at anything. It is the Red Witches, and all I want to say about this box is absolutely luxurious. The red is absolutely vibrant, and the white sticks off it so well. It looks unbelievable. Red Witches. So, I don't know why that's got a 3 on it, but I think it's probably from the level 3 fight. That's a hit location for the level 1 fight. There is a Sanguine Extrusion gear selection. Oh my god. Why are you minus 10 evasion on that? That doesn't make any sense. This is a gear location. So the Black Knight comes in with a knowledge at what level? So we have a cuisine at 19. I think that's new as well, isn't it? The Black Knight might be around then. So that's a knowledge card joint array. I haven't got autofocus turned on, so all my focus is supposed to be for here. But an inkling of an idea that currently has no effect. Observation. When another survivor with joint array wounds the monster, gain an observation. Cult. Wonder what keyword cult does. So there's 3 boxes in here. Oh, let's check that out. Rah! Yes, so these 3 boxes are also delightful. I don't know how I'm going to justify chucking these out. I'm assuming that this has a gameplay purpose for each of them. She's got green hair, she's got white hair. Yep, cool. Didn't Black Knight have one though? Yeah, these are awesome. I love these boxes. I have the one of the wooden organisers that I spray painted black, which makes it look awesome. And I put that inside my Kingdom Death Watch, I can't remember which one. And then I've also got another one of those that I put inside the Gambler's Chest box. It doesn't quite fit from height perspective, so there's a bit of lid lift, but I've got so much space for all my cards now. I don't have any concerns for cards. So, but I don't really have storage space for these, but I do have the settlement box, which I keep, so maybe these will go with the settlement box. All right. What lantern year do the Red Witches come in? Hello, PhD. Oh yeah, it's node 2, isn't it? The red witches. Good call. Thank you. They are a node 2 nemesis monster. The expansion includes 3 organizer trays for each of the red witches. Place their traits and decks in the organizers to aid your showdown setup. Cool. Yeah, incredible paint job from Zoomy on the red witches. So I'm going to do a little video on painting my red witches, and I'm going to talk about red. That's going to be the topic of the video. So it's a great thing to choose. But in the people of the Dreamkeeper, remove Atlas. People of the Sun, people of the Stars, you may face fewer nemesis monsters. Challenger at the gates. Yeah, this is a useful page. This is a useful page for explaining what is going on. Was there a reprinted fighting art? Also included in the Manhunter expansion. That's cool. When both Manhunter and Red Witches are in your campaign. What? Let's do that. Hey Moss. Are you going now? You want to wait 10 minutes? I'll probably be finished. Okay, see ya. Mossy doesn't want to go for a walk with me. Okay, Brawl, Nico, and Sia. So we know that's... Brawl always goes... Okay, so they have an order, which is what the numbers are for. So this is cool. So I've been wondering how these guys would work, because they're obviously going to operate different to the Smog Singers. So yes, start with Brawl and resolve it completely before moving on to the next Red Witch. End of the monster turn. Matching Red Witch. Okay, flip the portrait cards, their black and white side after each witch resolves their AI. Cool. Monsters block line of sight for survivors. Monsters do not block each other's line of sight. Cool. The red witches can move through each other but cannot end their movement in each other's spaces. The red witch would suffer knockback. Ooh, they've all got life. Boo. Okay. Do not heal red witches if they have been defeated. Move any face-up durations to the AI discard pile if you wound a life card. When they are defeated... Cool. So you've got to defeat these other 2 chumps before you can take out the big one. Sia. Red Witch's traits. Red Witch's traits remain in play. When one Red Witch is defeated... Okay. Cool. So that all makes sense. I'm leaving that page on there because I've been interested to know how these things work. Arc survivors, collective cognition. When Brawl arrives alone. That is unreal. That is so cool. We have to have a 5-minute timer because she's angry about fighting. Man, that's going to make people that make quick decisions. This guy. Very, very cool. And then what's this? Loses it. Delightful. I love that. That's unreal. And what do we got here? The red cloaks are woven with devouring threads. So they can swap position. That's cool. Very cool. Range. Accuracy, damage. What is that? That's a legendary card. What is that? That is unreal. I'm excited. Okay, Red Initiates. Let's read about them. Small monsters. So they're just minions, that's fine. Minions move and attack, no problems. And each time a survivor selects a blood magic location to resolve, its special rules apply. Wow, that's awesome. Cool. Synchronic attacks, we know. There is an innovation that I don't want to read about yet. And Challenger at the gates. Set a 5-minute countdown timer. Oh, that's very good. I'm enjoying that a lot. All right, so we'll just look at some art. Whoa, jeepers. Elastomer mines. That is cool. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Just some totally normal art. That's cool. That's a Dragon King. Very, very cool. I'm excited to find out what that is because I'm glad that I'm including the Dragon King in my campaign. She's shooting you into forever. I'm not looking at the words. Okay. So, that brings to a close all of the things that we wanted to look at. At this point, if anyone would like to see something in particular, and it is not too spoilerific, please feel free to ask that question right now, and I will determine if that is something that we're willing to do. Pariah, Red Witches. Could have been Wet Nurse. Could have been her. Working on that, mate. We'll be working on that for the next couple of days. That is Goth Amy. Nice. From here. That's okay. I am very fortunate to have received this. And I love this game. I love sharing my passion for Kingdom Death with as many people as I can. There is a Speaker Cult Knife, which is not a new item. Although I do feel like cult is a new keyword that I haven't seen before. Maybe it is on the original one. The back of it says rare gear, so it doesn't say pattern gear. Okay, I'm very excited about this. That's gain a bleeding token. Seems bad, but there are some setups that could use that. Where would we see a pattern? Anyone else want to see anything? Speak now. Oh, I love these. I love the card stock. These AI cards with colours are legit. Poots, do this on more cards. They look awesome. They look absolutely unreal. Dreaming, I am just dreaming. I have nobody on my own. Some strange resources, secret fighting arts, innovations, hit locations. Yes, I have my sleeves all ready to go. I've got stock of pretty much every sleeve I need. I've got some settlement sleeves and some card sleeves and some knowledge sleeves. So this is the ones that you flip to say they've activated. Good quality of life thing. That's a oh my god, black and red arm. Don't look at that. We'll find out. Don't look at Combo Crush either. We'll find out about that at a later stage. There's a special hunt event. That would be that one that we saw from the red thing. Red Incursion. Great artwork. 4 secret fighting arts, 2 innovations. Let's look at one strange resource. Which one? Let's look at this one. What's this one? Red thread. It's a hide. Nice. Yeah, so that was in this one, wasn't it? A reprinted fighting art. Was that in this one? Which fighting art was it? Okay, it's not in there. Oh, maybe it's in here? No? No. Transcended Masochist. Oh, it's just a normal fighting art. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Ignore the effects of the ichnophobia and apathetic disorders. That is awesome. Is that the change? Because I don't remember that. Mind you, I don't play a lot of Manhunter because it's just it's a bit messy that he doesn't like replace Butcher. That's why I haven't. Oh, man. I just realised that we're going to have 3 hit location decks, which means 3 traps. Ah, good. Good stuff. All right, last chance saloon. Anyone wants to see anything else can do so. Happy to do so. Sort of. I've got to look at the models. I've got to build the models because it's I need to understand why there's an extra gear grid. Why is there an extra gear grid? Somatic empathy, inverted showdown, ranged attack. So that's fine. Pretty sure we know that. Jagged grotto, inverted showdown. Oh, okay. I found why we have an extra gear grid. Let's read about it. Let's read a little bit about it. It's called 1-2. When a survivor with 1-2 dies, they split into 2 new survivors. That's going to be great. I don't know how that's going to work, but great. Cool. Well, let's find out how that works. Oh, let's read a little story. Hey, it's the same artwork style as the Dung Beetle Night, Flower Night. Cool artist. The Fiend. Very cool. Alright, well, it's going to be a wonderful experience playing this, but for the next probably week or two, it will not be anything playthroughs for me, because I will be assembling and painting super cool models. We've got lots of sleeves. I have beaten Squires, yes. I don't know if I was the first person to defeat it on camera, but I definitely did it quicker than Bra. Sure. The model or the artwork? Some artwork from here. Oh, look at the model. Nice. Yeah, Califax rule checked me. I did most of it fine. I think I had one showdown where I did make one pretty significant balls up. But Gerald, this is from Aeneas the Wanderer. Do we know who that is? Do we know who that person is? Serimathos? Who's that? Should I have not done that? Hope I didn't ruin anything there. Candy Cola. Year 3. What does this one say? Hi, Lexi. Yes, very, very, very grateful to have received these as early as I have, and I really do love this game. It's going to be with me for a very long time, and I think I posted a picture of my cabinet in the Discord not that long ago. So if anyone wants to I'll post a picture, I'll get a picture of it now. I'll just go do that. It is a wonderful game. Yes, it's a wonderful game. But I'll say this: it's a wonderful experience. I got to play through a People of the Stars campaign with a friend of mine. We both were on holidays. We both had, hey Yon, we both had a week off, and so he came over my house and we played through a campaign. I think we got to Lantern Year 18, unfortunately, in a week before we had to give it up and go back to work in our real lives. And we haven't gotten back to it, but I've still got all the stuff in there. And just some of the things that happened were just amazing. We played with the Black Knight, and there's a card in there called Jousting, a settlement event, and he had named a character after himself, as had I. And so Tobes is my mate's name. So Sir Tobes, as he would soon be known after this jousting incident, decided that he would joust with one of our other survivors, and I rolled a 1, he rolled an 8, which resulted in him killing our survivor, gaining like 4 levels in club proficiency, and being dubbed Sir Tobes, as everyone else in the settlement was like, woo! And it was just the wildest, the wildest thing to happen, because he killed one of our other survivors, and I think he also got weapon proficiency like the next year, which was like 5 years earlier than we expected, and he also leveled up into one of the constellations because he got that weapon proficiency. It became a storm constellation. So the amount of joy that we experienced through that story, and that's not a game thing. Like you're not playing a game then. You're sharing an experience with your mates, and I think that's where this game excels, at sharing an amazing experience with your mates. And I played the game solo for the most part, and so my experiences is enjoying the tactics and the various interactions of different gear and different monsters and all this sort of stuff, and the watching a settlement evolve. And even I have great stories that I've experienced through the game. So it's a very good game, but it's also an amazing experience. So I hope everyone gets their toys soon. Stay tuned on the channel to watch a fair few paint videos and a Red Witches how to paint red and saturation video at some point. All right, friends, I'm going to go play with some toys. Have a great week. Big Tato.